We just saw the launch of one of the first Aboriginal police force in South Africa.
In die hele Suid-Afrika is ons die eerste tribal polisie.
It is a first for the country, it's an historical event.
We've achieved this milestone despite limited resources.
You must watch your step. The ATP are here.
As is evident in all communities, would say X amount of people, you always get those trials and tribulations where people start stepping over the boundaries. And those boundaries are what people perceive as crime. Wherever you've got a cluster of people, always be those that's involved in criminal activities. We refuse to allow that to infiltrate Knoflokskraal. Hence we established the Aboriginal Tribal Police for the general policing of the community, for the safety of the community, but also for the progress of the community.
So far we have dealt with so many cases, and if it wasn't for the ATP, I don't know where we would have been. If we cannot handle cases amongst ourselves, then we hand it over to our traditional council, which is the elders on the kraal, and then they lay the sentence.
Interesting.
I'm a corporal now.
What is the average age of your group?
The highest age is 49 and the lowest is 16.
Enige persoon is welkom om aan te sluit by die Aboriginal Police. Ons hoofdoel is ons beskerm ons communities. Ons is nog steeds onderdanig aan die SAPS, South African Police Service. Daar is sekere klagtes wat ons kan oplos en sekere ernstige klagtes. Dan moet ons die SAP inroep.
Lieutenant General Khoisan, wat het gebeur vandaag? Kan je voor ons een beetje context geven?
Dit was die uitbasering van ons nuwe troepe wat plus minus 3 maanden harde opleiding gehad het, zodat hulle hierdie dag by uitbasering kan vier en met proud huis toe kan gaan met hulle sertifikate en hulle range.
This day and age, the youth or the young people, something make them flawed choices in life, and it might be to their detriment. But today we have a squad of people here today that decided they're going to take the righteous way. They're going to step out and they're going to fight crime.
They have learned to drill, take orders, and develop essential life skills. They have also gained a deep understanding of our culture and heritage.
Is dat examen?
Ja, daar was examen geweest. Lekker mooi afgelopen. Het was een mooie dag weer geweest. Was dat.
En ons het het gemaakt. Ten spijt van die verdrukking. Maar ons het het gemaakt.
Na hierdie opleiding sal onze kinders in staat wees om betere werkplekke te kry, of hulle kan permanent aansluit by ATP, waar hulle ingedeel word by die Aboriginal Tribal Police.
En dan kom ons volgende jaar weer terug om aan te gaan met het programma.
Waar hulle ander kinders gaan oplei om ook Tribal Police te wees.
En ek weet julle is amper jong mense, maar hou ATP se vlag omhoog.
Het julle gewere?
Nog niet, ons moet nog voor combat training gaan.
Wow, so dat kom. Julle gaan gewere kry. Okay.
Moenie dink om kwaad te doen nie. Wat jy gaan te doen kry met die ATP.
You were mentioning how the judicial process works. Is there like a courtroom? How do people get judged and sentenced?
Basically, it's the same structure as we find in the general court outside. Once a case has been handed over or submitted from the detectives onto the Judicial Council, they will proceed to have a hearing. Depending on the crime, obviously, and the seriousness of the crime, the severity of the crime, they will then hand down a sentence. Everything is done culturally. Whatever punishment they implement, it's by our cultural leaders, but they are represented by each and every tribe on the house. We don't stand for one tribe alone. We are a unified council.
Now we don't have cells, they don't get locked up. But what we punish them with is like, depending on the severity of the case, a week to a month of working, cleaning up here on the kraal.
That's
so
good.
I think that is a good thing.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and I promise you, that's what's been effective. We have a curfew on the ground here during the week. 10 o'clock, nobody on the road. 11 o'clock weekends, nobody on the road. And that's for for a way.
Success.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Lieutenant General, het jy enige ondervinding in die weermag?
Dit is groot positief. Ek was plus minus 15 jaar in die weermag, waar ek 'n instrukteur was, kinders opgelei het. Ek was in Wambulan, Angola, waar ons ingedeel was om ons land en ons volk te beveilig.
So jy was deel van die Suid-Afrikaanse weermag infantry?
Dit is infantry, ek was 'n infantry instrukteur geweest. Maar dankzij die Here is ek nog gesond en ek het nog vol moed om hierdie wat ek hier gemaak het oor te dra aan ons kinders, sodat hulle ook kan verstaan wat dit beteken om uniform te dra.
Why are you able to do this in Knoflokskraal, but I can't do something similar in, for example, Lavender Hill or Mitchell's Plain?
This Knoflokskraal is the start, is the beginning of the Aboriginal Tribal Police. There is quite a lot that's already been opened up in the Western Cape. So most probably that we will put that on the card sooner or later.
Oh wow, so that's a plan actually to expand.
Yes.
Long term. Also, there's a vast difference between the Cape Flats, Mitchell's Plain, Hanover Park, etc., and Knoflokskraal in the sense that when you do enter our gates, you're entering cultural ground and you will adhere with the cultural rules set down by the elders of the kraal. On the Cape Flats, people are still walking around, if I may use the term, the coloured mentality, whereas they do what they please, whenever they want to, however they want to. And the respect that people had for policing has just gone down the drain. Whereas on the kraal here, everybody knows we are endorsed by the elders, the highest authority here. So respect that we give is respect that we retain.
As we celebrate this achievement, we also honor our fallen heroes, our ancestors and our tribal leaders who have fought tirelessly for our freedom and self-determination. We acknowledge the struggles of our past and the challenges that still lies ahead. But we also recognize that our strength lies in our unity. We must continue to work together to support one another and to uplift our community. We must harness our diverse skills and talents to build a brighter future for ourselves and for generations to come.
Do you have like a Knoflokskraal number?
Yes.
There you go.
Now that is your department.
Okay, yeah, we. We all have cell phones. What we did was we put numbers on the window there of our office. So if anybody that needs assistance can just go and take the number down there. Because everybody on the kraal is on a permanent group. That's for permanent residents. So that we are in contact with each other 24/7. Whichever time, whenever and however the circumstances, we're always at hand. We're always on standby.
Nou, net soos enige kind, 'n seun of 'n dokter, die trots van 'n ma en pa is, so is die ITP die trots van Knoflokskraal. Hier is regtig mense wat Knoflokskraal hulle woning kom maak het. Hulle is gekom om te kom bly. Ek is baie jammer om hierdie ding te noem, maar ek moet dit sê, daar's mense wat Knoflokskraal beskou as 'n vakansieoord, as 'n holidayoord, as 'n braaiplek. En hy kom once in a while, hy kom vakansietye na die gekom hy, maar as hy nodig gekry word op Knoflokskraal, is hy nie hier nie. So ons het vir u wat die woon en wat u lewe op Knoflokskraal maak, baie dankie.
Vir julle wat hier staan voor ons sê dankie vir julle, dat julle ons kan laat glo dat daar nog hoop is vir die youth. En solank as daar hoop is, beteken dit dat ons is nie daar nie, maar ons klim. Ons gaan vir Knoflokskraal 'n huis, 'n tuis maak vir een en elk wat voel hulle wil veilig is. Buite ons weet wat gaan daar buite. Die dwelms, die guns, die gangsterism, ons weet wat daar gaan, maar ons gaan dit nie toelaat hier nie.
Is misdaad nog ons 'n probleem hierso?
Die mense wat nou in die begin gekom het, ons het 'n probleem gehad met die misdaad, hoofdtog en onwettige vuurwapens wat ingekom het en so meer.
Maar julle gaan dit oplos.
Ons is die oplossing.
Awesome.
Amase.